Today's video brings you a deeply touching and inspiring story about one of Hollywood's strongest and most enduring couples, Ripa and Mark Consuelos. Their relationship is built on love, trust, teamwork, and above all, unconditional emotional support. In a world where celebrity relationships often struggle to survive the spotlight, Kelly and Mark have managed to build a partnership that feels unbreakable, and one of the biggest reasons behind their success is the way Ripa consistently stands by Mark's side through every challenge, big or small. So today, we're going to explore how Kelly supports Mark emotionally, personally, and professionally, and how that support has shaped their marriage, their family life, and even their careers. Get ready for a heartfelt journey. A love story that started long before the spotlight found them. Kelly and Mark's story began long before social media, paparazzi culture, and non-stop public attention. They met as young actors on the set of All My Children. The moment Kelly saw Mark's photo, she felt something special, though she has often joked that she didn't know whether it was fate or just a crush. But when they finally met in person, the connection was instantaneous. Their chemistry on screen was undeniable, but off screen, it was even stronger. And from those early days, Kelly has always been Mark's biggest believer. She often shares how, even when they were just starting out and had almost nothing, she always knew Mark had the talent, the discipline, and the heart to succeed. She never doubted him, not for a moment. That foundation of belief became one of the strongest pillars. Kelly's emotional support, the heart of their relationship. When people talk about Ripa, they mention her energy, humor, and confidence, but close friends say her greatest strength is how deeply she cares for the people she loves. Kelly supports Mark emotionally in ways many people never get to see. She encourages him, she reassures him, she motivates him, she celebrates him, and when he struggles, she stands even closer. Mark has openly said many times that Kelly is his safest place. She is the person he turns to when he's overwhelmed or stressed. Even during the most chaotic moments of their lives, Kelly has always created an emotional space where Mark feels understood, respected, and valued. Guiding Mark on live TV, Kelly's professional support. When Mark became the permanent co-host of Live with Kelly and Mark, many fans were excited, but Mark himself felt nervous. Even though he's a talented actor, hosting live television is completely different. But Kelly didn't let him feel alone for a second. On their first official episode together, viewers noticed how she constantly reassured him through small gestures, eye contact, encouraging smiles, and lighthearted jokes to ease his tension. Behind the scenes, Kelly guided him through the timing of segment transitions, how to interact with the audience, unexpected moments during live broadcasting, and how to stay relaxed even when things go off script. Mark later admitted that Kelly made the entire transition easier for him. She didn't treat him like a co-host, she treated him like a partner, a teammate, someone she genuinely wanted to succeed. That is support in its purest form. Standing beside Mark through career ups and downs. Hollywood careers are unpredictable. There are great seasons and there are quiet seasons. There are victories and there are disappointments. But through every phase of Mark's career, whether he was starring in a hit series like Riverdale, juggling multiple projects, or navigating uncertainty, Kelly always reminded him, "You're more than your work. You're more than a role. You're enough." Those words matter. Those words heal. Those words build confidence. Whenever Mark had to spend long weeks away for filming, Kelly took care of home life like a true captain, managing schedules, supporting their kids, and making sure Mark felt connected to the family no matter where he was. She never made him feel guilty for being busy. She encouraged him to follow his dreams, and she always welcomed him home with the same warmth, the same love, the same unwavering support. A supportive partner in parenting. Raising 3 children, Michael, Lola, and Joaquin, is not easy, especially with 2 high-profile careers. But Kelly has always been the emotional anchor for the entire family. She supports Mark as a father by respecting his parenting decisions, giving him space to bond with the kids, creating a home environment filled with love and laughter, balancing discipline with warmth, and making sure they both work as a team. Mark has said many times that Kelly is the heart of their household. Even when they disagree, Kelly always chooses understanding over blame, communication over conflict, and partnership over ego. That is emotional maturity. That is support. That is love. Publicly lifting Mark up, Kelly's words matter. Kelly never hesitates to praise Mark publicly. In interviews, on their show, during events, and even on social media, she always highlights the best parts of him. His hard work, his kindness, his loyalty, his strength, his devotion to their family. She celebrates his achievements and comforts him during hardships. These small public gestures create a huge impact. They show the world and Mark himself how proudly she stands by his side. Kelly's humor, her secret tool for supporting Mark. One of the most beautiful things about their relationship is how Kelly uses humor to lift Mark's mood. Whenever he becomes too serious, too stressed, or too focused on perfection, Kelly brings lightness. Her jokes, her teasing, her cheerful energy, these things remind Mark to breathe, to smile, and to not let pressure steal his joy. Humor is healing, and Kelly knows exactly when Mark needs that healing touch. Through every challenge, Kelly shows up for Mark. Life isn't always glamorous, even for celebrities. They have argued, disagreed, and faced stressful moments. They've managed demanding careers, parenting challenges, health scares, and emotional ups and downs. But Kelly's greatest form of support is consistency. No matter what happens, she shows up. She stands beside Mark, she listens, she comforts, she defends, she protects, she believes. And in every moment, she reminds him, you're not facing anything alone. A message of love and strength. Kelly and Mark's story teach us something important. Love isn't proven by big gestures, fancy gifts, or public displays. Love is proven in everyday actions, in patience, in understanding, in kindness, and in the way you support someone's heart when it feels heavy. Kelly Ripa is not just Mark Consuelos' wife. She is his teammate, his emotional anchor, his biggest cheerleader, and his safe place. Their marriage is a beautiful example of what happens when two people choose each other every day, through every season of life. Message: thank you so much for watching this emotional, heartfelt look into Kelly and Mark's relationship. If you love these deep, touching stories about Kelly Ripa, Mark Consuelos, and their family, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more daily updates.